Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum friends and subscribers. Today I'm gonna start a new tutorial on Laravel where I'll be going to discuss on how to create a CRUD application using Laravel 5.4, which is the latest version of Laravel. Okay, here on the browser you can see I have already created this application. This is exactly the same application or CRUD application which we'll be going to create in this video tutorial. So here you can see I have a table where you can see I have written down some title and descriptions. All these titles and descriptions are coming from the database, and here I have a button link to create that title or a post, and to read that post, update that post, and delete that post. Okay, so let's first give uh, uh, you a demo of this application. Okay, as I said, here I have a create link. If I click on this, a create form will get open where I have to mm, enter the title as Laravel. Okay, then description would be Laravel 5.4 CRUD application. Okay, now if I click on submit, then you will get a message saying that your title or your post is added, or article sent successfully or added successfully. Okay, here you can see this is the post which I have added just few seconds back. If I want to read that post, I just have to click on this link on this button called read. Then that post will get open in another page. Okay, then I will go back to my home page, and if I want to make some update in that post, then I just have to click on update. Then the data will get repopulated, and then I will just write Laravel framework application tutorial, and if I click on update, the post will get updated or the article will get updated, and I will get that updation here on my table. Okay, if I want to delete any of the record or article, then I just have to click on delete, and record will get deleted. You can see this record will get deleted now. If I want to delete one more record, then I just have to click on delete again, and that record will also get deleted. Okay, so this is the simple functionality which we'll be going to learn, and with this tutorial we'll be going to learn lots of topics of Laravel, how we can how we can download and install Laravel 5.4 framework. We'll be going to learn about views, we'll be going to learn about routing, and then integrating Bootstrap. All this template or theme is coming from Bootstrap. Okay, so how we can use Bootstrap. We will be going to learn about controllers, then models, and we will be going to learn about PHP artisan command, which is a command prompt tool that is given by the Laravel to create files, to create database schemas and all. Okay, and lots of other features also. Okay, so now let's go to our command prompt and try to download and install our latest version of Laravel, which is Laravel 5.4. So first maybe we need to go to our command prompt. Okay, then I'll go to my XAMPP cd docs, sorry, cd XAMPP docs, and here in my htdocs I'll be going to download my Laravel 5.4. For downloading Laravel, you need to go to their website. Just go to laravel.com/docs/5.4/installation, and then click on this link installing Laravel, and here you will get this uh, you'll get the instruction. You will get a command, so just copy this command and come to the command prompt and then paste it and change it as Laravel CRUD. Okay, now just enter, and from here onwards it's going to take some time, some 4 to 5 minutes, because it needs to download all the necessary packages, all the necessary folders and files that are required to run Laravel project. Okay, so I'll just pause this video until I download this Laravel package from the net, and then once the package will get downloaded, and I will come back. Okay, now you can see I have successfully downloaded my Laravel 5.4 package. Here you can see the version is 5.4.23, which is the latest version which I have downloaded here, and uh, and it has done all the installation process successfully. Okay, for one more thing I just want to tell you here, I'm not going to cover how to download and install a composer here, because you also need to download and install composer also, and you need to set the environment variable settings also. For that I would suggest you to watch some videos, YouTube videos, because I'm not going to cover all those things. Okay, so now we have downloaded our Laravel project, and we will be going to open it in our browser. So let's just minimize it and go to our browser, and just type in 127.0.0.1 slash Laravel demo slash, oh sorry, it's Laravel CRUD. Okay, now let's enter, and you can see we got the introduction or the home page of Laravel. Okay, now let's go to our editor and just try to open our project. Okay, now I have opened my project inside my Sublime editor. Okay, so in order to open your project, you just need to go to your file option of your Sublime editor, and then click on open folder, and then you need to go to inside of your XAMPP htdocs folder, and then you need to select your folder. In my case, which the name of my project was Laravel CRUD. So I just opened this, selected this project or folder, and then I click on select folder. That project will get open inside my editor. Okay, so here you can see there are lots of folders present inside the Laravel project. So there are all these folders are very, very important. Okay, first, but we will be going to understand few of these products which are necessary for our coordinator, sorry, for our Laravel CRUD project. The first is the app, and inside app you will see there are some other folder also, and inside this HTTP, let's select one of the folders of app, which is HTTP. Inside HTTP you will find a folder with the name called as controllers. Okay, so inside this all the controllers will be placed. Okay, how much ever controllers you will be creating, all those controllers will be placed inside this controller folder inside HTTP folder. Okay, and next is database. Okay, here we have few more folders like migrations and factories. Here once you create database schemas, all those database schemas will be saved inside this migration folder. Okay, we will be going to discuss further on this topic some after a few time. Okay, and then we have a folder called as public. Inside this public you will find CSS folders and JS folders. Okay, and then we have a routes folder. Inside this routes you will get a web.php file where you will be writing down all your routes. Routing is a concept in model view controller architecture, where you will write the code to tell to your user what happens when you click on some links, or what happens when you click on any button. Okay, so it will suppose if you click on link, then the instructions to go for a page will be written inside this web.php, or inside this router file. Okay, so we'll be creating lots of routes here in this project, so then you will be able to understand what are routes and how you can create routes. Then we have a file called as env, here we will be writing down our database configuration settings. Okay, so let's just start now. Okay, first here you can see I have clicked routes folder. Inside route I have a web.php which I have already opened here. Okay, here inside this file there will be one route already will be written. This tells the routing of home page. Okay, this home page you can see welcome is the view. So if you go, okay, resources, inside resources you will find a folder with a name called as view. When you click on this folder views, you will get a file called as welcome.blade.php. So we are calling this welcome.php file whenever you run this project. Okay, now if I change this to something else, let us say hello world, then instead of loading this welcome.blade.php, now Laravel will be loading this text. Let me just show you. If I refresh, then you can see it's showing me hello world. Okay, so this is the route. This is the built-in route which comes with the installation of Laravel 5.4. Okay, apart from this, if you want to create some other routes, we can do so, which we will be going to learn so after a few minutes. Okay, and now we will create our pages. Okay, so for that we need to go to inside our views, and here, okay, so let me just create few of the pages like home. Let's save it as home.blade.php. Okay, and inside this view I will create one more folder with a name called as inc, which is includes, and inside this includes folder I will create two files. One is header.blade.php, and second one is footer.blade.php. Okay, now inside my home I'll be creating my adding down my HTML. Write it as Laravel CRUD application. Okay, now we need to link our CSS and JS. Okay, so for before writing CSS and JS, I should tell you which CSS and JS files you need to download and how you can link those CSS and HTML, CSS and JS files inside your Laravel project. Okay, so first let's go to our browser, and yes, so let's first show me this. Okay, here I have a folder with a name called as assets. Inside this assets folder I have files like CSS and JS folders, and inside CSS I have file with a name called as bootstrap.css. Okay, you can easily download it from the net, and I have another folder with a name called as JS, and here inside this I have a JS file, bootstrap.js files, and jQuery 3.1.0. Okay, with these files you can easily download it from the net. And now you need to go to one website which is called as bootstrap.com. Once you go there, you will get some list of templates. Already built-in templates will be there. You need to click on any of the template which you want. Okay, I'll be clicking on preview, paper theme, and if you click on this drop down, you will find the necessary CSS files here. Okay, bootstrap.css or bootstrap.main.css, whichever you feel comfortable, you can download it. Okay, so once you download this bootstrap.css, then once you download this bootstrap.css and one more file which is bootstrap.js file and jQuery 3.1.0, once you download all these files, then just click on preview. Once you click on preview, you will get this page. Okay, so now let me just come here, and I will just copy these two JS files. Copy, pressing Control C, and go to window, and then click on open new window, and then XAMPP htdocs, and then click on Laravel CRUD, which is our project, and inside this go to public folder. Inside public folder you will get two folders with the name called CSS and JS. Now click on JS and paste these two JS files inside JS folder. Okay, now the next step is to copy our CS file, okay, CSS files. So just copy this and come here to this CSS folder and then paste it. Okay, now we are done with uh, uh, loading our CSS and JS. We just need to link those CSS and JS files inside our file. Okay, so how we are going to link those CSS and JS files? First we need to use link, and then double curly braces. We need to use code, we need to use Laravel helper classes to call those CSS and JS files. So first CSS put CSS slash bootstrap.css. Okay, then we need to copy the same code once again and then paste it again, bootstrap. Then we need to, okay, there is only one bootstrap.css file is there, and then we need to come to JS. Okay, here we have two files, two JS files. So just delete this, and then script src, and then double curly braces, and then here URL JS slash. And one thing you need to remember, you need to load your jQuery 3.1.0 file before your bootstrap. Okay, if you load bootstrap.js file before jQuery, then it will show you an error. Okay, so I'll just copy this and come here .js. Okay, one more time we need to copy this, paste it here, and then here copy this, paste it here. Okay, bootstrap.js. Okay, now we are done with the linking of our CSS file and JS files, and now we need to go to our okay, this bootstrap.com/paper, where, as I said before, for you when you come to bootstrap.com, you will find some list of templates or themes. You need to select whichever theme you want. Then you need to click on this review. Just click on this, and you will get this page. And now I need um, a navigation, so I will just click on name, and here I will get an option to get the code for this navigation menu. So I will just select the entire code, press Ctrl C, and then I'll just paste it here. Okay, and then I'll just create a footer with id equals to footer, and class equals to text center. Okay, and then div, sorry, p equals to copyright, and copy 2017. Okay, now let's go to our page and then refresh. Okay, nothing happened because we need to come here, and here we need to change the view. Previously it was welcome view. Previously it was loading welcome view whenever whenever the whenever there will be whenever the user will be in the root directory. Okay, see, now also I'm on the my root directory. So if I click on refresh, you will get the previously shown home page. Now if I want to display my home page here, then I'll just have to put the name of my home template which I have created here. See, this is the home template. In this template only, in this file only, I have written my navigation code or my and I have loaded my CSS and HTML files. Okay, so now I'm loading my home page, so I must get a navigation menu. Okay, you can see I got a navigation menu here. Okay, so let's come here and let's create let's go to public, and inside CSS let's create one more CSS file with a name called as style style.css for writing down our custom styles. Okay, so in this file we'll be writing our custom CSS. Okay, so let's first let call this link this file. Let's copy this and paste it here and then make it as style. Okay, so let's write down footer, margin top as 30 pixel, and then padding 10 pixel, color white, and background hash 0 c8 4e4. Okay, and then hash footer. We need to style our p tag also. Margin bottom as 0 pixel. Okay, now if I refresh, I'll get my footer also displaying just below my header. Okay, I'll just make some changes here. For that, I have to delete some of the code from my home.blade.php file. Yes, just delete this entire thing and then just refresh. Okay, just delete this. Okay, link, and I want to delete this text box, this form also, and this drop down also. Now let's refresh the page. Okay, and then here Laravel CRUD tutorial. Okay, then here first will be home and second link is create. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, Laravel CRUD tutorial home and then create. Okay, so now let's just take this entire code, just press Ctrl X to cut and then place it inside my header.php file, and then take this footer, cut it, and then come to footer.php and paste it. Okay, now we need to call this header and footer file. For that we need to write @ symbol and then include, sorry, and then single quote inc. We need to write the folder in which these two files are present, are located. Header and footer files are inside this inc folder, so we need to refer those files by using by writing inc dot header and then at include inc dot footer. Okay, now if I click on, if I refresh, then I will get the same output. Okay, now we need to create a table. For that, first we need to type in div class as container. Inside this I just need to use a div with a class of row. Okay, so by the way, all these classes are from Bootstrap. Okay, so because we are using Bootstrap framework for developing this CRUD application, so these classes which I am writing inside my HTML code are from Bootstrap framework. And inside the row I will just create one more div and class as call medium of of 6. Okay, medium of 6. Okay, inside this I will display a form. So I will just come to bootstrap.com and then I will click on forms and I will take this entire code okay, copy this and paste it here. Okay, now once we paste this code, we need to delete the things which we don't require, which we don't need. So I'll just delete this text and this one also, and text area, this checkbox also. Okay, now just let's save it and then refresh the form, and I will get a form as email and password, which we need to change it to our title and description. And let's this Laravel CRUD application. Okay, save it and just make it as title and type text. Your name equals to title, and then this placeholder will be title, and then description, and then your type should be text, then placeholder will be description, and then here name will be description. Okay, now save it and okay, save it, and here need to call as method equals to post and action equals to slash. Okay, now let's create one more file here first. Just click on uh, control S and then type in create dot blade dot php, save it and take this entire code, cut it out and then paste it here, save it and then copy this and paste it here again at include inc dot footer. Okay, since yeah, in this home page we need to show the table for displaying the title and description of our post, and this input box and text box we need to display whenever the user click on the create button or create link. Okay, so for what I will do is I will just go to Bootstrap and I'll go to table. Here I have a table. I'll just click on this and I'll get the code, entire code for the table, copy this and I'll div class of container and then div class of row, and then here I'll just paste this code of my table and I'll just refresh on my front page. Actually I wanted to show the table where I can display the posts of my blog. So I'm here, just indent it. Okay, and then remove all these unwanted rows and here make this okay Laravel CRUD application, and first header will be ID, second title, and then third description, and the last one is the action. Let's refresh. Okay, now uh, we need to create buttons. Delete this a href. Okay, and this one is for read. Okay, and then URL. Okay, and then class as label of primary. Okay, now let's refresh the page. Okay, now read button is displaying. Now we need to copy, paste a couple of times and put it a pipe symbol here, and then primary success and then danger. Okay, I'll just make it as update and delete. Okay, now let's save it. Okay, now like you can see I have displayed read, update and delete buttons here. Just put it here. Shift. Okay. Okay. Save it. and refresh. Okay, now I will create a database and enter one record inside my database so that I can fetch that data and display it on the table. So for that I'll go to php myadmin 127.0.0.1 slash php myadmin. Okay, and I will click on database and then Laravel CRUD. Okay, just click on create. Okay, once I create the table I will go to my command prompt and here I will create a controller first. Okay, so to create a controller you need to uh, go to our folder cd laravel crud and then we need to write php artisan make controller create controller. Okay, so we need to use this command php artisan. Artisan command allows us to uh, create our controllers. It allows us to create our models. Okay, and lots of other things also. And here with the help of artisan command I'm creating a controller. Okay, the process of creating a controller is you need to use this command php artisan make colon controller and creates controller. Okay, I'm creating a controller with a name called as creates. First one thing you need to remember is that in Laravel you need to keep your controller's name plurals the way I have created here. Creates is a plural of create. So for creating controllers you need to you create your controllers in plurals. And when you are creating models you need to create your model in a singular way. Okay, that we will be going to learn, or I will show you how to create a model just few minutes after few minutes. Okay, so I'll just click on create controller, then I'll get a message saying that creates controller created successfully. And here you can see inside app, inside http folder you will get a folder file with a name called as creates controller. Okay, so you can see I'll just close these files. Okay, now we need to create our model. Okay, so to create a model again we need to type in php artisan make colon model and then uh, article. Okay, then I'll just give space and m because I want to create schemas for this for my database tables also. Okay, so I want to create a model with a name called as article. Here you can see the name of my article is singular. It's not articles, it's only article. Okay, and along with that I'll use a dash m because I want to create uh, schema files for our tables. So if I come here, now you can see here inside my database, inside migrations folder, you will find two files user tables.php and resets table.php. Okay, these two files will be created or will be created whenever you the installation of Laravel. Okay, so now here there are two tables. If I click on enter, okay, you can see model created successfully and it has created one a file with a name called schema file with a name called as articles table inside our migrations. Previously there was two schemas and now we have third table or third schema here. Okay, so migrations table or this php artisan command creates some PHP files or schema files. With the help of this, you don't have to create your tables by going inside your PHP myadmin. Okay, you can do it with the help of your command prompt. With the help of artisan command, you can create your schema for the tables. Okay, and as and when you if you want to delete those schemas, you can delete, and if you want to regenerate those schemas for the tables, you can do that also. Okay, so I have created a few tables, and if I click on this database, okay, nothing will be happen because we have not migrate those tables. So now we need to okay, now we need to done a migration. So for migration, we need to come to our command prompt again, php artisan migrate. Okay, now when I click on when I use this php artisan migrate, you will get three tables here. Okay, which is showing here: user table, password table, and articles table. Okay, now I'll just hit enter. Okay, it's saying we have not set our database credentials. Okay, so first for that we need to go to our env file, and then your database name is Laravel CRUD, and password is root, and we don't have a password. Okay, now let's save it. Just refresh it first, and then come here again, use php artisan migrate, and then click on enter. Okay, migration table has created. Okay, syntax error or access violation 0. Okay, for this we need to copy this. Okay, we need to go to our editor, and inside editor come to providers, and then click on here. Okay, once we click on this php artisan migrate, once we use this command php artisan migrate to migrate all our tables inside our php my admin, um, we will get this message saying that migrate table created successfully. Okay, so with that we have created uh, our tables like articles, migrations, password resets, and users. Okay, password resets and users, these two tables will be created by default, and this migration table will be used for keeping track all our migrations which we do in our entire project, and article table will be created based on our model which we have created here. Okay, yeah, based on our model you can see article. So articles table will be having two fields, will be having three fields: id, created, and updated. Apart from these three fields, we need to add few extra fields to this table. So to add those extra fields, we need to go to our editor and click on inside our migrations. We need to click on create articles table, and then we need to type table string id, and then copy and paste it again, and then this one is title, and the next one is just description. Okay, now let's come back to our command prompt and run the same command php artisan migrate. Okay, 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 so let me just delete all these tables first. I'll just drop this, and I'll come back here to migrate. uh, Click on right on php artisan migrate, and then click on enter, and it will create all the uh, tables inside our database Laravel CRUD. And if I click on this article, now you can see we will have some additional fields which we have added just few minutes back, the title and description. Okay, now in this I will just add the text title as say WordPress. Now PHP framework. Okay, okay, I have added these two, created and updated at dates, and I will click on go. Now you can see one record is been added. Okay, now what I will do is I will just try to fetch this record from this database table and display it on the table. Now I will I will just close this and this one also, and here inside the controller I will create a function to get the records. So I will just create a function as public function as home. Okay, and here inside this I will just use, sorry, articles equals to, here we need to call our model. So I'll just define it here, define our model here, app backslash article. Okay, it shows that our article is present inside our app article. Okay, so now I'll just use this, use our model, and get I will get all the records with the help of all function, and I'll just try to print these results. Copy. Okay, and boom. Okay, now I will just change it to like this, route get okay here slash and controller name, create controller at and home function. Okay, so here I have changed this route to like this. Okay, previously the route was like this, and I've changed it um, to use a function which I have created inside creates controller. This is the controller. Okay, this is the controller which I have created here, which I have here inside my app HTTP controllers. Inside this controller I have written a function called as home, and I'm calling that home function here. Okay, creates controller at home. So I'll just delete this, and so now here inside my creates controller I have called my model. Article is my model which interacts with the database, and with the help of this model I have called I'm fetching entire records that are present inside my article table. So, and I'm returning that data to my articles variable, and I'm trying to print that data here on inside my home view. Okay, you can see all the data is displaying here. So let's just format it so that you will get some better understanding what I'm doing. So retag. Okay, now let's refresh it. Okay, now you can see since I have only one record inside my database, so it's returning only one record. Okay, this title, description, and created at and updated at values. I'll just go back again and I will delete this. So So till now you might have understood this articles variable hold the entire data from the database, and now I am passing this data to my view. So return view will pass this to my view home. Okay, uh, dollar articles, copy, paste it here. Okay, now I will get, since I have transfer the data to my home view, so I just have to collect the data here inside my home. So we'll just come here, and before this, before tr, I will just write at if count is greater than 0, if count of articles greater than 0, then and if I will run a for each loop for each dollar articles of all. I'll be calling all articles from the database as article, and then and for each. Okay, I'll just take this, cut it out, paste it here. Okay, here it is, id. Okay, dollar of article of id, copy, paste here, and here I'll be displaying the title, and here description. Okay, now let's come here and refresh our home page. Now I can get I am getting the record which I have stored inside my database. Okay, now I have successfully done fetching the data from the database and displaying it on the table with the help of this code. Okay, article is our model, and with the help of this article model, I'm calling all the records with the help of all function, and I'm assigning the results to the articles, and I have shown you how this article variable holds the data and how we can view that data by using print r function. Okay, now we need to create a record. Okay, so to create, so whenever user click on this create link, it should open a form, and with the help of that form we should be able to add uh, a new post to our database. So for that we need to create uh, a create dot blade.php file, which I have already created here, something somewhere here. Okay, uh, so this should be text area instead of input. It should be text area. So text area, then class is form control, and then placeholder description, and then just delete this. Okay, now let's okay, now whenever user click type create, then it should take the user to that create form. So for that we need to create a route. Right now we are getting an error because we have not created any route for this mechanism, for this functionality. So first we need to create a route. For that we need to go to our web.php, copy this and paste it here, paste it again, and then create. Okay, so here I'm telling that whenever user clicks on forward slash and create, like this, forward slash and create on the your address bar, then I should call a function with a name called as uh, with the name, or let us do it in different way. Okay, let's call it a function where I'll be calling a view, return view, say create. Okay, I want to call a create view. So whenever user types in slash forward slash create, I'll be calling a function with a name called as I'll be calling a view with a name called as create. So now we need to we need to go to our browser and refresh. Now missing argument 1. Okay, create, clear out, get forward slash create, then function turn view create. Okay, create dot delete. Okay, the problem might be this one. Okay, mm, slash create. Okay, 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 now create. Okay, now I'm getting a form where I have two fields like title and description. So just change these two links, these two buttons to links. Okay, just input type submit. This one is correct. Cut it, paste it here, and this one should be a link. href a back. Okay, and then URL. Okay, I'll just delete this button, refresh. Okay, we need to add a class as btn primary, refresh. Class. Okay, okay, I click on back. It will take me back to the home page, and this link also has to be changed. We need to set a URL helper to this link. For that, I need to go to inc and then header. Okay, copy this and paste it here. Okay, next. Okay, so create. Now it's taking me to the form, and if I click on this home link, it's taking me to the home page. Okay, so and this one should be, and I have to set a link to this also. And here copy, paste it here. Should we create? Okay, refresh the page, and if I click on this create link, now it's taking me to the create form. Okay, so now we need to start working with our creation of post. So for that we need to go to our create. I'll just delete this. Okay, and here we need to set the URL like what should happen if user click on this submit button. So I should here I'll be submitting a form, so that should be having a post method. So for that I'm using a method called as post, and action as URL slash insert. Okay, so whenever user click on this submit button, it should go to this to insert route. Okay, right now I'm getting an error because I have not set that route. Okay, so for that I need to go to web and need to create a route as a route for insert. Copy and paste it here and change it to post, and insert, and I'll be creating a function called as add. Okay, so whenever user types in insert or insert here slash insert, the form will get submitted. The form should get submit. Or whenever user click on this create and click on this submit button, then forward slash insert will get added to the browser address bar, and form should get submitted. Okay, so that's a route we are that route we have created here. Okay, by using post method. Now we need to create a add function inside our creates controller. Okay, so like public function add. Okay, so I'll just click on return add. Okay, got it. Add. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, and refresh the page, and if I click on the submit, okay, it's showing me an error. Verify CSRF token. Okay, not here. Okay, just below this CSRF underscore field. Okay, now refresh, and if I click on submit, now it's taking me to the insert function inside the creates controller, which is here. Okay, which is here. Okay, now we need to set some validation, because we don't want user to go to our add function without entering the title and description. Okay, so we need to create a mechanism in such a way where user has to enter title and description. These two fields should not be empty whenever user click on submit button. So for that we need to come here, and we need to use a object called as request dollar request, and then dollar this validate dollar request comma, and we need to pass an array where we need to set our validation rules, comma. Okay, required, copy and paste here, and then here first is will be title and the second will be description. I want both of these fields to be required, and then here I'll be returning as message validation pass. Okay, now we need to display these errors on the form whenever user tries to click on submit without entering anything in this text boxes. So I'll be displaying error message on this form itself, so we need to write the write some write the message, appropriate message to be displayed on the create page itself. So I will come here and site. Okay, just below this, okay, before this title. Okay, now, okay, here itself. Mm, if count of errors is greater than 0, and if, okay, then I'll be iterating to all those errors by using for each loop dollar errors, all errors. I'll be displaying all the errors if found as dollar error, and then dollar and for each. Okay, and I'll be printing those errors using div with the class of alert, alert danger, then dollar error. Save it. Okay, just refresh the page and let's try this out. If I click on submit without entering anything on this form, now I'll be getting two messages saying the title field is required and description field is required. If I enter title as Magento, and if I click on submit, we'll be left with only one message, which is description. And if I type in anything in the second text box, and if I click on submit, then I will get a message saying that the title field is required. Okay, Magento. Okay, showing not be like this. Okay. Quest title required, description required. Copy here, name is title, and here name is description. Okay, let's just refresh Magento, and if I click on submit, okay, now it's displaying the title field is required. Okay, and now if I type Magento, and here also Magento, if I click on submit, then it's saying me validation pass. Okay, now I need to call the model here inside my creates controller, or I need to call my model, which is this one, which is article. Okay, copy this paste it here. If we need to create an articles object, and with the help of that object we need to save our data. Dollar articles of title equals to dollar request of input title, and then copy this, paste it here once again, and then this should be description. Copy. Okay, now we need to save this articles of save. Okay, with the help of built-in function save, I am saving the data, and then I'll redirecting user to my home page. Just return redirect to my home page with success message, with article saved successfully, and here message would be info. Okay, now we need to display that message. Okay, now we have created the message, but we haven't display that message wherever we want to display that message on this home page. Whenever user click on the submit button, I want to display that message here on this home page. So for that we need to go to our home page. Inside home page we need to use we need to flash a session message, so we need to use sessions here. Okay, so for that we need to come here above this table, and if session of that session variable dollar and if, and then we need to display that message session of info. Okay, now let's try it out. Okay, now let's click on create link and title as Laravel, copy Laravel tutorial. Okay, now if I click on submit, now I should okay, define variable session. Okay, where it is. Okay, okay, now again copy this and just refresh it, and Laravel. Okay, now if I click on submit, now yes, I'm getting a message saying that article saved successfully. So now just what I have to do is I just need to put this message div class as alert of success. Cut it out and put it here, and again if I click on create, let's say Drupal. Okay, Drupal framework, and if I click on this submit, and now I'll get a message as article saved successfully, but this message is taking this entire space. For this, what I have to do is okay, I'll just take okay, call medium of 6. Let's just try this thing out. Okay, let's say Angular and Angular JS. Click on submit. Okay, work this out. Div class of row, and then div class of call medium of 6 and call LG of 6. Okay, if session of info dollar and if div class of alert of danger session of info. Okay, create, click on create. Let's just type some dummy text and click on submit. Okay, article saved successfully. I just need to change it to success. Okay, and now we have successfully uh, successfully completed our creating functionality, creating a post, and now we are left with only update and delete. Okay, now we have to start working on our update. So whenever user click on this update button, the URL should get changed to update of ID, whichever ID this post is having. Then if I click on this, I should get a form where I'll be repopulating the data of that particular post, and when I click on that update button on that form, then the record should get updated. For that we need to first we need to create a route. So go to our web.php and then just copy this, paste it here. Okay, so let's okay, now change it to update slash id. Okay, now let's change it to update. Okay, we need to create a function with a name called as update inside creates controller. So now let's go to our creates controller and create a function which will take a parameter as id, public function update. Okay, then $id. Okay, so we need to get the data first. We need to first let's go and refresh the page. So whenever I click on this link, I'm not getting uh, the ID for that. I'm not getting the ID for that particular post. So what I have to do is I need to go to our home page and This one is for update slash update. I need to change this to, we need to change from double quote to single quote here, and this should be double quote. Okay, update of slash, and then this id, we need to link this id to our url. Okay, okay, now I have linked the id. So now if I click on this return dollar, I want to display the id of that particular post whenever user click on this update button. So if I click on this update, okay, now I'm getting update s1. Okay, okay, should we get, okay. So if I click on update, I will get an ID of that particular post. If I click on this post, I will get an ID of post s4. Okay, you can see the IDs here also. The last record ID is 6. If I click on update, I will get an ID of 6 record. Okay, now we need to display the data. Okay, so we need to create one more view with a name called as update. Okay, so just right click on the views folder and then click on new file and save it as update.blade.php. Now click on create and copy this and paste here, because we will be displaying the same form. And then we need to change few fields, or we need to make some changes here. We need to use value. Okay, here PHP echo. Okay, before that, we need to pass the data inside this update view. So for that, go to create controller and we need to call our data, enter data based on the id here. Okay, so here in this home function, we are not calling the data based on the id. We are not looking for specific data. Here we have to look for the specific data, because we need to get the data of that particular id. So for that, we need to make some changes inside our code. Okay, so article, we need to call the model article, and in that article model, we need to find the id whichever button is clicked. That post data should get stored inside this article variable. So let me just show you. We tag, copy this and paste here. Printer, copy, paste. Okay, and then exit. Now let's check. So refresh the page, and if I click on this fifth record, I should get this Angular JS record here. You can see Angular fifth record, Angular JS. Okay, so this is how we can verify whether our coding is working correct or not. So I'll just delete this and I will pass this to my update view, which I have created just few minutes back. So everything is fine till now. So now I will just go to here and then Control Z, and then dollar articles. Okay, we need to call this article here. Yeah, okay, we are passing this article variable inside the array, and with the help of this articles, we are referring to the entire data of this specific id. So articles of id. Okay, that's fine here. Echo articles of id. Oh, sorry, not the id. its title. Okay, then again copy this and okay, sorry, here only this much. Since it's a text area, we need to put this code in between this opening and closing text area tag. And now we should get a form with the pre-populated value of this title and description. So I'll just click on update. Okay, now you can see I'm getting a create form with the details is already filled in the form. Okay, I will just click on back. If I click on this fourth record, I'll get Drupal and Drupal frame. I should have. Okay, I have not changed here. Description. Okay, save it and refresh. I'll get Drupal framework. Okay, now if I click on, if a user click on the submit button, the record should get updated. For that, we need to write here. Okay, we need to. Okay, inside this form, we need to add one extra a bit of information. Okay, inside here it should be. We need to type in edit. Okay, we want whenever user click on this submit button to update. Let's make it as. Let's change this to update. Okay, so whenever user click on this update button, the URL should get changed to edit/4. Okay, so if I click on this, then it should show me a message saying that record updated successfully. Since we have not created this edit route, so till now we haven't created this edit route. That's why it's showing us error. So let's first create that route. So let's just copy this and paste it here and update, and then this should be edit. Okay, and ID, we are passing the ID and we are telling it to go to edit function whenever user click on this update button. So we need to create this edit function inside our controller. So public function edit, and to this edit function we need to pass an ID, $ID, and here let me just show you. I will just return this ID. Okay, and here inside this form we need to pass an array of ID, dollar articles of ID. Okay, now let's check it out, our code, whether it's correct or not. Refresh. Okay, now it's showing me the ID of 4. Okay, now click on back. If I click on the second record, it will show me the second record, and if I click on this update button, the URL will get changed to edit/2. Okay, route. Okay, here it should be post method. Okay, because we are posting the data, right? We are making update, we are submitting data to the server, so we should go for the post method. Okay, okay, go to our home page, and if I click on this update, and if I click on this update button, now it's showing me third. Okay, so that means our code is working fine so far. So we need to delete this, and we need to just copy the same code, copy and paste, because we just need to make some changes while we are updating. Okay, instead of save, we need to make some we need to call update function. For that, uh, we need to this till here it will be the same, and here uh, we need to call article, we need to call our model, and then where. Okay, we are updating based on some criteria or based on some conditions, right? So we need to use where function, where we need to pass one id. We are updating the data based on id. That's why we are passing id of the particular record which we are selecting for updation. So id, and then we need to update. We need to use update function, and we need to create the data. We need to make an array. Okay, inside this array we need to pass our data. Our data is this one: title, copy, and description. Copy this, paste it here. Okay, now let's just delete these, and title, copy this, paste it here, and we need to pass our data inside our update. Okay, just delete this, and finally redirect to our home page with message saying that article updated successfully. Okay, now since we have already written the code for displaying messages on our home page, so we just have to go and refresh the page. Okay, Laravel, let's see, framework tutorial. Okay, Laravel framework tutorial. Okay, now if I click on update, I should get a message. Okay, I'm getting an error, variable undefined variable request. Okay. Okay, we need to pass our request also along with our ID. Dollar request. Okay, we need to pass this request. We can send our form data to our server with the help of this request. Okay, now okay, everything is fine. Okay, we just need to okay, Laravel framework. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's click on third. Okay, Laravel framework. Copy this. Put it here. Okay, now if I click on update, now let's see whether it's showing yes, article updated successfully. Now you can see third record is updated. Now if I click on WordPress, if I click on update, so and WordPress tutorial, and then framework tutorial, and if I click on update, the record will get updated. Okay, here you can see WordPress tutorial, PHP framework tutorial. Okay, now we are done with our create and update. Now we are left with read and delete. Okay, now let's just quickly try to finish read. So whenever I click on this read button, the URL should will get changed to read slash id. Okay, so if I click on this, I should get a that particular post from the page. I'm getting this error because I have not written this read route inside my web.php. For that, I'll just use copy, sorry, this copy this, paste, read, and the id. Okay, and we need to create a read function to display the data. Okay, let's just quickly create that read function. Public function read. Okay, now we need to pass that id. Okay, so okay, here we need to call the same function which I have to write the same function we have written in there. So I'll just call this article find, and we need to pass this to our read view. Okay, we need to create one more file with a name called as read.blade.php. Okay, now we need to copy this. Okay, let's just type it out. Include inc.header, copy, paste, footer. Okay, home here. Okay, let's just copy this, paste it here. Okay, save it and okay, refresh. Okay, I'm getting a page for my record to Laravel CRUD application. Let's just change it to read read or article. Okay, now okay, I just want to display here p of class as lead, and I want to display the data. Okay, dollar articles of title, copy, description. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, Laravel and Laravel tutorial. If I go back and if I click on this third post, I'll be okay. This third post. Okay, read everything is fine here. Okay. Return dollar ID, save it. Okay, now let's click on read. Mm, copy, paste it here. Read function. Okay, read slash 2. Okay, okay. I have not written here. Okay, home and here. Here change it to double quote, and this should be copy read of article ID. Okay, now it should work. Expected. Okay, cut, and here it should be paste. Okay, expecting. read. Okay, cross primary, refresh the page. If okay, if I click on this read, okay, record one, and the second, third record will be coming. Okay, now okay, now let's come to here. Refresh the page. If I click on this, it's displaying me that record. Okay, so if I click on the fifth record, it's displaying me the details of fifth record. Okay, now we are left with the delete. Let's copy this again. Okay. Delete article ID, and this should be uh, primary success. That's primary. Danger. Okay, now let's delete article ID. Okay, we need to set that route also. For that, copy, paste, delete, delete. Okay, now go to creates controller and create a function delete, and we need to pass that id $id. Okay, and need to call our model and where clause. Okay, let's first check it out. $id. Okay, if I click on this up page, delete. Okay, refresh the page. If I click on this delete button, I will get the third ID. Okay, now everything is working fine. Now we have to go to creates controller and then delete this. We need to call our model. We need to fetch the records based on the ID. So we need to pass. We need to do exactly the same way what we had done now when we were doing update article, where ID is equals to this ID, and we need to call delete method, and we just need to call this. Okay, deleted successfully, and we need to display that flash message on this page, home page, which we have already done here. Okay, now we just need to run this. Okay, I will just delete this. Okay, article deleted successfully. And if I want to delete this second record, I will click on this delete. Okay, that record will get deleted. Second record will get deleted. Okay, now this is how we can create a CRUD application using Laravel. I hope you like this video. I hope you got some useful information out of this video. uh, if you After viewing this video, I'm sure you might be learning, you might have learned lots of concepts in this Laravel CRUD application, a lot of concepts of Laravel. Okay, I will just assume that you guys have got a better understanding on the framework. If you like this video, uh, subscribe to our channel, click on like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in my next videos. Okay, thanks for watching.